like excited. Hopefully, I sound like a little bit clearer.
Matter of fact, I need to turn mine on real quick. There we go. No, this is. This damn thing is at 20%.
Man, I got fucking drunk as fuck last night.
Oh shit.
My one of my coworkers, he does a podcast. And they drink beer. Like they drink like, oh, we're live, never mind.
No, this is our pre-show, so welcome everyone. This is our pre-show, so we're just waiting for Z to show up. We actually was supposed to have Antonio on, but
Man, what is up with this shit?
hold on. So while we're waiting, share the podcast around.
Yes,
for us, please.
Share, guys.
And remember. There are no excuses. You can't say that you cannot find us.
You can find us.
This down below is our card. So you can literally hear us from any streaming sites. If you are having problems typing it in, you can go to my page, go Nappy page, you can go to Kids page, you can go to Z's page, and you can just type in #HealsForLife card.com.
yeah.
And then all of our streaming sites and where you can follow us, it's right there. You can just click it. That's it.
Yeah.
Real easy. And shout out to Ziggy again, because that's our producer. He does all that good shit for us. So
Damn right.
you've been hard working.
Man, what's up, Corey? What's up, Priscilla Raymond? What's up, Mike Quan?
Derek, Michael.
Is it Sunday already? No, sir.
Straight ice.
No,
Wednesday.
it's not Sunday. No,
Bro, you knew we were coming on tonight.
Yeah.
Definitely talking our shit. What's up, Derek? What's up, everybody?
Yeah, this is a show that we really needed to do because it's just it was we couldn't ignore this.
It was way too hot. It was too hot.
What's up, Ziggy?
There's our boy.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah, what happened?
What do you mean?
Nah.
Oh, this? Oh, yeah.
He wants to grow it back fuller.
Yeah, I'm gonna grow it back. I originally just shaved all this off to keep this. And trim this
Lord,
up.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I knew you wouldn't notice.
Oh,
Y'all don't give a shit.
20-year-old.
I noticed. I didn't know. Look, I noticed, bro. I didn't know if you pulled a Ziggy and like accidentally tapped it off. So I didn't want to, upset you. Cause
I don't care. I'm not gonna cry about that.
Oh, hey, man.
I cried, dog.
No, I trimmed it up to right here because it was like really overlapping, and I trimmed it up to about right here, and I was like, "Nah."
You look like Hitler.
No, it was about right here. And I was like,
Hitler.
You a baby face now, bro. You went from
Yeah,
Winter
you went
Soldier
from
to now you're Bucky
Captain
Barnes.
It'll grow back. It'll grow back about a month and a half.
Man, my thing growing back quick, boy. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
What's good, Mike?
Sorry, I just kept this though.
Hey, Derek. What's going on? Christian, what's going on? Hello. I think I'm okay. All right.
Oh shit, we got everybody in here today.
Yeah,
boy, we got a packed house.
Right, man. We would have had like 2 more
Everybody
people,
wants to know what the hell going
hell
on.
is going.
And who's next?
Who's next? All I could say is I'm glad Black Wednesday is over because when that second list when that second list popped out with my boy's name on there, I was
comes
like,
in threes, by the way.
Oh, you're
Black
right.
Thursday is gonna be even bigger. I'm just calling it right now.
Oh wait, there's a
Black Wednesday.
There's a Black Thursday. Ooh.
If my theory
then.
comes to pass, there's gonna be a Black Thursday.
Yo,
Yeah, they're not gonna wait till Friday.
Before we went live, this man right here, I told him to save it. He got a huge theory.
He got some heat.
It comes full, and it makes so much sense, and it comes full circle. Cannot wait for y'all to hear what Mike got to say about it.
Yes, definitely.
I think
I'm still going with the oh boy.
Oh my God. All right, y'all. Let's have a good show, and we'll be right back.
This is TJP, the Phil-Am Flash, otherwise known as the Cruiser Great, fresh off of a few wars at the Impact Zone and for New Japan Pro Wrestling. And this shout out is for the hashtag Heels for Life podcast with your hosts Chris, Kid USA, Nappy Boy, and Ziggy the Beast. Welcome, listeners. God bless, and keep watching Pro Wrest.
3, 2, 1, 0. Hold up, hashtag Heels for Life. Wanna welcome everybody, yeah, we gotta get it hype. Hey, every week talking wrestling, we get into it. Current events, even guests that we're interviewing. Hosted by Chris, Kid USA, and Nappy Boy. Shout out to Ziggy, put the smack down, you can't ignore. The best you gon' find anywhere online. Tell the competition they about to get clothesline. Hold up, hashtag Heels for Life, let's go.
Welcome, Heel Nation. What's going on? Yes,
what's up, guys?
This is not Sunday. Yes, it's not Sunday. It's actually Wednesday. It's Black Wednesday. All right, I'm your host, Mr. Team Bring It. What's up?
What's going on, fellas, ladies, Nappy Boy?
Kid USA.
Your boy Ziggy the Beast was good.
And we got a special guest.
Yes,
What's up, y'all?
From Talk Radio 149. What's going on? How you been?
Hey, living life, promoting events. We got an event here in North Little Rock coming up, promoted by a guy that's been on the podcast before, Mr. Toomer. He's going to be putting together a show coming up in North Little Rock. If you're in Arkansas, come on out and, yeah.
Shout out to Toomer real quick.
Yes. Yes, shout out to the Super Saiyan, the Black Super Saiyan.
Fat Jitsu.
All right, y'all. So tonight, this is a very special episode. Basically, it's fan reaction night. We could not wait until Sunday because the breaking news was so juicy, so hot, so controversial. We had to come on tonight. And usually around this time, we are watching the AEW, but AEW doesn't come on till Friday. So this is actually a perfect night for all of us. And we were open. So
it was meant to
what
be.
We are going to talk about is the WWE releases. The three main ones that we were like, what the fuck just happened? Ruby Riott got released, Braun Strowman, and Aleister Black. Now, the other two, I'm sorry, Buddy Murphy was also released. There's some other chick I don't even know. What's her name?
Lana Fine Ass.
Who?
Santana Garrett.
Santana Garrett.
Lana
Fine Ass.
But I think she was on her way up to the main roster, though.
And Lana, too.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Lana.
Yeah, Lana got released.
You already know what's going to happen with her. There might be a spot for her in AEW, but...
It's going to have to be a hell of a deal.
I mean, her husband's there. Why not?
Yeah.
So with Lana getting put through tables all winter, was they just fucking with her?
Just being AEW.
Basically. So
you know what? Look, with all due respect to Lana, I'm gonna get so bashed for saying that she's used to getting fucked, right? But what they did to Aleister Black, fellas, he just got revamped.
So here's my deal, and I'll go ahead and say it, and you're gonna want to put on your tinfoil hats for this one. Because this morning when I woke up, I didn't want to believe this. I was the guy who said he'll never sell. But this week, I just happened to listen to the My World podcast with Jeff Jarrett, and they talked about the WCW acquisition and how they had to go through and clean up contracts. A lot of overspending and things like that when the sale went through. Here's my thing. How did Vince McMahon originally acquire the Worldwide Wrestling Federation at the time, the WWF? His father made him purchase the controlling stake. I'm saying look out for Shane and look out for Triple H and Stephanie. If he does it, I could see Vince doing the same thing. That would make sense for the big names to get cut that are getting cut. I mean, Braun was on a deal he should have never been on. Let's be honest. He wasn't putting $1 million worth of asses in seats. No. Aleister, I see either an AEW contract for him or there was talk about Zelina coming back. I wouldn't be surprised if they released him to restructure his deal. The other ones really were kind of writing was on the wall for them all. Lana was done. Santana was done. Ruby, I'm sorry, but they haven't done anything with her. Creative has had nothing for Ruby, as much as I love her and think she will, just like you said, Nappy, be a hell of an acquisition for the AEW women's roster.
Oh, absolutely.
They didn't have anything for her. That's my thoughts. If there is a sale, I think it's internal. I don't expect Vince to be selling to Peacock or NBC or anything crazy like that.
Or Mickey Mouse.
I was going to say Disney. Streaming live on the Disney Plus network.
Do you think so? Do you think he's really going to sell out of the family?
The purchasing person will have white gloves on and being a mouse.
So Antoine said that the WCW contracts were actually Time Warner Cable, or not Time Warner Cable, but Time Warner contracts, and then
so they did it in theory, but who's gonna acquire a company that has this massive spending? Time Warner, number one, is gonna go in and clean up them contracts anyway. But who's gonna, with the massive shortfalls the WCW had at the time, you're gonna want to clean that up before you acquire that anyway. So that's what I see going on here. If there is a sale going on. It's going to be either Trips or Shane.
But I thought that WWE was a well-oiled machine that's unstoppable. So, but apparently that's not the case anymore, is it?
So when Chris told me to bring this up today, another thing that kind of lends me to that is the fact that Raw drew the lowest rating this past Monday night.
I'm sorry.
I just watched it today.
I legitimately think Vince at this point's like, fuck it. I don't want to deal with it anymore.
Damn,
and I can't blame him.
Yeah.
I mean, God bless, man's 70 some odd years old.
He's 70 something years old and just made his $2 billion a few months back. Why the fuck would he bend over backwards to make anything? Something,
because he knows something.
But here's what I really want to bring to your attention, everyone. Why is some of these wrestling fans are straight morons? One decided to come on the post in a wrestling group and said that this is all one big storyline. I hope he was trolling. I really hope he was trolling.
Oh, because my God. I'm not taking that serious.
If that's the case, then why Enzo have not came back? if this is one big storyline. I mean, that's all. I mean, let's like really talk about this. I think the problem
his father-in-law into the pool.
that these WWE like fans are so delusional. Like my one friend said before, it's like she's trapped in her bubble. I said, well, look, when Black Thursday come back around or whatever, and then Keith Lee is released, that bubble's gonna burst and you're gonna probably drown. You know, and I don't want you to drown, but at the same time, like you gotta understand that the same company that you are so hell bent on, you know, defending is the same company that have shitted on you for the past 25 years, but yet you have your little fan little flyer and shit, and you saying that, you know, WWE can't do no wrong. Well, look at what happened at Raw. Raw had one of the worst ratings in fucking history,
and they're back on the road in July.
Mm-hmm. And that's another thing too. So what's up with this down?
Is there possible theory that the whole New Japan Pro Wrestling might have something to do with it?
That's another thing too.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
because they're clearing out you know, contracts and money and getting their back to in a situation where they could have a deal with New Japan Pro Wrestling to bring in said talent from there to have them join up. It's not necessarily a sale; it's a acquisition with New Japan Pro Wrestling.
So I would think that Japan would be all over somebody like Alistair. I could see, or even Ruby.
Ruby would do real good in New Japan.
I could definitely buy your
Black would too.
Though.
But Aleister Black and Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman, as big as he is, he'd probably make a killing in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
You think?
I really don't think so.
That's 50-50 with Strowman.
Yeah,
think about Vader.
True.
Yeah, but look how
Vader was like a god in New Japan.
Look how they packaged Vader though. WWE has done a shitty job packaging Braun. So what I'm about to say is no disrespect to Braun. This is all disrespect to WWE. They packaged Braun so shitty that I gotta see it to believe it. I can't speculate on oh yeah, he's big, he's definitely gonna kill it. Nah, they did a shitty job packaging that man.
Think about the storyline he's coming off of. The stupid storyline. Literally. Coming out of WrestleMania.
Let me correct you real quick. Not the stupid storyline, the Nickelodeon storyline.
Oh yeah, they poured that slime on him.
Exactly.
Poured slime on
and
that
they made a point saying that, you know, he was in the WWE title picture a month ago.
That's a good point.
And
how long? How many years?
Are. So he's been in WWE since what, 13?
Dude, they threw the Universal title on him.
He's had some money.
He was a transitional Universal champion, bro. When he should have been WWE champion his first year in.
That is 100% correct. That's the next big name I expect. Because they're not happy with
Bray Wyatt.
Shout out to
you know what? Bray Wyatt
shout out to Dylan.
No, not necessarily because unless Alexa Bliss is gone.
What's up, my brother?
I think they see more money in the Bliss character, which is why they've kept Bray off TV and left her on.
Well, they said the reason why he's off TV is because of the loss of Brody.
He's still
being
going
real. They're being real careful with how they handling Bray
because they can't cut him right now. They gotta wait.
They've already cut his brother. He's gone because they weren't using him.
Vince is a sneaky, smart business snake. He ain't gonna cut Bray Wyatt while he's going through this shit. What's up, bro?
True.
He's gonna allow Bray to come back. Bray's gonna be in there for a month, maybe 2 months.
Liv Morgan
then slice him out.
Liv will go. Alexa, there's no way.
Liv is definitely.
I could see Liv. I could see Liv Morgan on Impact.
I could see
her on Impact. I can see her in Impact. I don't see her going to AEW. Like you said earlier, they're stacked full of talent.
No. I meant they're stacked as far as male talent. That male locker room,
they can use more women.
They need more women.
Yeah.
So
they can definitely use more women.
If Tony is smart, he already penciled the deal for penned the deal for freaking Ruby. He's on the outskirts looking out for freaking Liv Morgan and any other
Trinidad
female coming out of anywhere. I'm not just talking about WWE. I mean anywhere.
I'll say this. I read an article today that's a good point, too, that I wanted to bring up. I mentioned that Buddy won't go to AEW. They won't even really entertain that. But I will say
Impact the most.
Buddy with
Impact or a Ring of Honor.
Team division is kind of hurting right now.
Now, McMahon
look
said,
at Dylan. Oh, sorry.
now, McMahon, hold on. McMahon said that Naomi can go, but she won't go because of her husband.
Naomi's in a natty position, in my opinion, right now. She's kind of the locker room.
Yeah, she's safe. I feel.
Yeah.
All right, got a question right here. Mr. Smith, he said,
No.
do you guys think that Baron Corbin should have
Nah,
Not with the King Crown.
Let's talk about this.
Time ago. Let's
talk about this real quick. Baron Corbin is trash. I'm
Thank
sorry.
you.
The reason why he got all that massive heat is because he is annoying. I mean, he just really just don't have no fucking personality. I mean, this man turned into the lone wolf into a crackhead Burger King. I mean, like, dude.
Yeah,
like,
You hit the nail on the head, though. He
Well, Uncle
has
Management
heat,
loves
but
him.
he has go-away heat. But here's the thing. Can Vince tell the difference nowadays? Vince looks at a guy who's got nuclear heat. And Baron's got nuclear heat right now.
Are you talking about that pink Cadillac that they decided to bring in? Oh, I'm sorry. You talk about. Oh, never mind.
I mean, I'm not a fan of Baron, but at the same time, the guy's got something that's keeping him around. He may know where the bodies are hidden.
So this was like years ago
See,
that
Go ahead.
it was leaked out that Vince loves Baron's look for TV.
I could see that.
What?
That's what I'm saying.
can't
Upper
believe
You
management-
remember that, Chris?
I'm
Upper
sorry, but
management
I'm
loves
about to have
Baron
me a
Corbin.
gay moment real quick. That is the most ugliest white man I've ever seen in my fucking life. Like, for real.
He
Like,
sees
what?
one every Sunday, so he knows.
What? I'm like, okay, all right.
Yo, real quick though, Dylan asked Dylan on fire with the comments tonight. He said, did they make these cuts to give Brock Lesnar a bigger contract?
No.
You don't
You don't
think
get
so?
the contract either way.
Why is everybody
They
stuck
don't-
on Brock Lesnar?
Brock
is-
Lesnar is so fucking irrelevant right now, dude.
He
Vince
really
is in
is.
love with
He really
Brock,
is.
but Vince is a businessman. Vince has a number that he won't go over, and I'm sure that that's why Brock isn't there right now.
Yo, Heel Carmichael
Well,
said it best. He's waiting for Nakamura to be free. I am too. I am
Shin
too.
probably is getting close. John,
And
by
he'll
the
go-
way,
and he'll
you
go back
keep
to New
asking
Japan
about
Pro
our truth.
Wrestling.
Our truth is.
Oh, he
gonna
definitely
win.
will go back to
He'll definitely go
New
back to New
Japan.
Japan. I'm sure that's what they're waiting for.
Oh yeah.
like Quan said, that's Vince.
But I mean, if
monkey.
there's a legitimate deal with New Japan Pro Wrestling with WWE,
Yeah, why not
mean-
get them off your books and put them on New Japan's books? You still got use of them. Why
Yeah.
not put them on New Japan's books?
That's
Yeah.
facts. That's facts.
Yeah, but Nakamura will be safe if they really do this joint deal with New Japan.
Exactly. All
He
you're
could just
doing
go
is
home.
getting him off of your books, allowing him to go sign with Japan, and
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about that
So it'll
contract.
be a win-win
He's
for
a happier
Nakamura.
talent.
Right.
Now, Priscilla Raymond asked this. He said, "I read that AEW will be interested in Ruby.
They need
and
to
Liv.
be. They need
What
to
you
be.
think? I believe they do because,
They
like I
need more
said,
women talent.
they need. Yes, they do because their women talent is just trash. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
They're-
Just keeping it real.
Their talent is having a problem. Their female talent is having a problem, short of Britt Baker, in actually connecting.
Right.
They ruined Nyla. Nyla, I can't blame on Nyla. They ruined Nyla with their
they can have her versus Nia Jax. if
I don't
Nia
even
Jax-
No.
why.
If there
they
is
threw
one
50 at her.
bitch that they should have got rid of, is
Nia
that
Jax.
fucking well. They should have got rid
They
of
should
her.
have got.
I mean,
He
'cause
said
she
that
ain't doing
fucking
shit.
well.
The only reason why that bitch is still there, excuse my
the
language,
relations
for all
of
the-
Roman Reigns and The Rock.
That's
The tribal
that's
chief,
it.
baby.
That's
Man,
it.
get out of here with that
That's
shit.
it.
Your tribal
That's
chief's
it.
gonna end up being next.
That's
watch,
it.
watch that shit happen.
But I really want to talk to you guys about a more deeper issue. The problem is that WWE is so focused on one person, which is Roman Reigns. And I'm sorry, but that's killing the business. It's killing WWE as a
All
whole.
jokes aside, it is.
Because, like, number one, you're focusing on Roman Reigns over here on Friday, but here on Monday, it's going all the way down to AEW levels. And AEW, no, okay, it's a 3-year company, but it's growing fast. Now they got fans there already at you know, saying during this, like, you know, after this pandemic. House. And now, like, the WWE is trying to, like, figure out. I'm like, let me see. Maybe we should wait until July or whatever. Man, you just got rid of half of your fucking roster that you don't even fucking use. Yeah, and that's the part I don't understand.
No. The best part about that, Chris, 100% agree with what you said. And let me add to, you still got trash on your roster that you don't fucking use.
Yeah.
So why did you stop at 5-6 people, and 3 of those people were deserving to stay when I can name 15 more motherfuckers that are deserving to get the fuck? Something that is what's not making sense. Look, I get budget cuts, even though you're a fucking billionaire company.
Trimming the fat.
Way over. I get trimming the fat, like Kid just said. I get, you know, making room for future bigger plans you got going on. But when you're cutting talent,
because they also need to have them
to stay there,
because they're getting ready to go back on the road,
and you got talent that needs to get the fuck.
But that's Kid makes a good point. Here's the thing. When you look at it logistically, trimming the fat is exactly what we saw here. Braun on a fat contract he didn't need to be on. Ruby, honestly, love her to death, injury problems. Lana wasn't getting over.
They ran out of tables.
True. Santana Garrett.
Tables are also closed down right now.
Television. The only one that doesn't really make sense, and because they were getting ready to repackage him, is
ALEISTER Black.
I really need to talk about this. I really need to talk about ALEISTER Black.
Yeah, because Chris watched his Twitch like I did.
I watched it.
Lay it on, brother.
That man, I have to find some way to get my hands on ALEISTER Black. We have to interview him because, number one, that man is so fucking humble. And I appreciate that. I love that about him. But at the same time, he reminds me so much of Kofi Kingston. Like, they have disrespected you on so many fucking levels. You is a fucking legendary NXT fucking star, and yet they disrespected you for 8 fucking months.
Like, remember this, though.
And you know this man
remember this.
This
He's
man
a businessman. Just because the door shut today, look at Drew McIntyre.
This man said,
remember that.
And I'm not even mad at him. And he
was
was telling
good
the
grace
fans,
so that if the door reopens up, he's welcome.
And
back.
that's what's
left
making
on
me
good
think.
terms.
And that's what's making me think what Mike said. I don't know if he said it before we went live or right when we went live. He brought up that it's a possibility that some of these cuts that we're seeing is for them to renegotiate a contract very soon.
I mean, they're negotiating with Zelina right now. I wouldn't be surprised if they were restructuring Aleister's deal.
Yeah, knowing Zelina's like, bruh, this contract is obsolete unless you bring in my hubby back.
Well, if you're
She's making money off of her Twitch stream.
Number one, why in the fuck would you want to go back to a company that has abused you?
Drew McIntyre, his whole first run was
money talks and
let's
shit.
Be honest.
True. But
look how long he stayed away from WWE, though, Mike.
Exactly.
He stayed
look
away
how long
for
Drew
10
McIntyre
years.
was away from WWE.
Right. 10 years.
They shitted on him too.
Here's the thing, though. He will be back. I almost guarantee he will be back.
Eventually, and he'll have a few championship runs wherever he's going to go.
Hopefully,
but okay. See, this is what I'm saying. Y'all are into the WWE's pussy so much. I get that the walls are so. No. Y'all, because you talking about they're going to come back. Why would you come
possibly
back? Why would you come back?
I just said about Drew McIntyre.
To a fucking relationship that you know is trash.
And I throw back out Drew McIntyre. Why did Drew do it? Drew was treated like the worst person that's ever been.
Well, he said that was part of his fault too, because he was fucking up. He wasn't working out. A lot of it was his fault too. It wasn't like Yes, they were fucking over him, but
Mike
it was
Quan
kind of
said it best.
self-inflicted
Let's be
too.
honest though, was Aleister
Mike Quan said what I say
WWE?
almost all the time. The worst person that you can do, the worst person that was free.
And John Morrison did it too. You're right,
John
Steven.
Morrison's a good point.
That's
John
where I was
Morrison
going.
is
John Morrison.
fucking
His moist Johnny Drip Drip.
Yes,
Fucking
he's
Mr. Drip Drip. Monday Night Drip.
Maybe
Drip.
it was so they can bring CM Punk back.
It's
Jesus
legitimate.
Christ. Shut up, Phil.
No, don't take me serious on that. Jeez.
He will probably be back one day. I'm almost willing to put money on it.
Mike, I hope not. I hope not.
You got to think too. Until
WWE
creative ran out of shit to do with him, was Aleister really mistreated? Think about the run he was on.
Man,
Think about the run he was on at the
Triple
beginning
H's
of his
show.
when he first came on the main roster. Then
Okay,
creative ran
Bobby
out
Lashley,
of
you're right.
Hold on. We cut this bullshit out right now. Let's talk about the difference.
What about your world champion?
Between me and you, Mike, the difference between the main roster and NXT.
There's one person.
Oh, that's a big problem.
Which one did he prosper in? Because I'm sorry, the main roster, he did a couple of flips. He even said with him and Ricochet was like one of his best times. And then all of a sudden, he's gone. Then the next thing I know, this man is, they playing with his eye. They beat his ass up. Then they repackaged him to be a school teacher. And then he's gone.
So I'm gonna take a page out of Toomer's book. He's told me this countless times when I've said the same thing. Why don't these NXT guys get over on the main roster? Here's your answer. Vince McMahon does not watch NXT. When Vince McMahon calls this talent up, he doesn't know what to do with them. He just knows he's.
So why is he calling them up?
Why?
They can bring in new talent.
So Mike,
who was calling?
I heard that, Mike.
Who was calling Keith Lee up? Who was calling Ricochet up? Who was calling Aleister Black up? Who was calling all these people up just for them to not be used?
Keith's problem,
so they can bring in new talent for NXT.
It's the fact that there isn't a crowd. That's Keith's biggest issue right now, and it hurts my heart because I want to see Keith succeed. But Keith's biggest issue right now is there's no crowd. So you have one man to impress, and if you can't,
a month away, a little over a month away.
We need to. Let's rewind back to that question that Ziggy just had. Ziggy, can you do one more again, please?
Why would you call someone up to a roster and you're not going to use them? Why would you?
Why did they sign the mass amount of talent that they did?
So
just hoarding talent. Just fucking talent hoarding.
I can answer that question because I listened to a podcast. Shout out to Conrad Thompson because I listened to his podcast a lot. I listened to an episode with Bruce Pritchard talking about Shawn Michaels and how when WCW was first popping off, Nash and Hall dipped over. And Shawn Michaels, this is Bruce's word. Shawn's never came out and said this, but if you watch his actions, which these two have, Kid and Chris, and as me, a number one fan of Shawn, I agree. He was an asshole. He was doing everything in his power to get fired. Vince wasn't firing him because he didn't want him to go to WCW.
No, because Vince was fucking him. That's why.
Oh, Lord. He signed all of these contracts, renewed all of these contracts to lock everyone down from going to AEW. And it bit him in the ass, and that's why we have a hashtag Black Wednesday. Now I just found out because of our good friend Mike, we have a hashtag Black Thursday. So brothers and sisters,
I mean, it's not guaranteed, but it's almost guaranteed.
It is
like
not
I said earlier too. It comes in threes. We've already had the first cut. This is the second cut. We're just waiting on the third.
You mentioned Shawn. I'll go more mainstream. I forget who it was earlier, but somebody mentioned CM Punk. Here's the issue, and here's why they get called up. CM Punk said it best. I was a guy with buzz, and they wanted me. They didn't know anything about CM Punk when they hired him.
They just knew about the buzz.
This gotta be Mike. I'm not going to even bullshit you. You are in the business. You are a promoter. I think you used to be a wrestler, or you're currently a wrestler. What I don't understand is the more and more I listen to these stories, the more I'm turning into a blind. Like I'm just like totally clueless right now. Like, how in the fuck can you like call people up? You don't study their moves, but then yet you have a problem with them. I don't get Vince's philosophy. Like it bothers me that you bring Keith Lee to the main roster and then say that I need you to show me that you want to do this. Oh my God!
Oh, on top of that, Chris,
momentum started.
On top of that,
I completely agree with you.
On top of that, they bring Keith Lee up, put a fucking shirt on him, change his music, and they treat NXT like the Indies. So it's like you're starting over again when you get on Raw and SmackDown. So you got to do the Indies.
That was a Vince call.
You do time on the Indies.
Yep.
You come to NXT, they change your fucking name. They give you new music, new all this shit. Okay, whatever. You create a new identity in NXT. Then they bring you up to Raw and SmackDown. Then it's like recreating the wheel over again. So you're almost reinventing yourself 3 to 4 damn times before the time you get to Raw and SmackDown. I'm really getting pissed off with Keith Lee. Like, I'm very invested in Keith Lee. If they fuck this up,
here's a couple things.
At this point, I hope Keith gets cut. That would be the best thing for that man to get cut. Yeah. And you know what? As much as I am again, dude, this man can go to the only place I don't want this man to go to is Impact. And I'm sorry, there's no disrespect to Impact. They're not even on a TV channel, y'all. But Keith Lee, his charisma, his everything about that man, that dude can strive fucking at ROH.
No,
and I know I want him to go.
That used to be his past life.
No, I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, that's how much talent this man has. He is being held back, shackled down.
I get it, but you said Ring of Honor, though.
If he got released, I swear to God, Tony Khan would have that phone in his hand waiting.
I sure hope so.
Tony's going to sleep with his phone tonight.
But going back to Nappy's point about
I'm calling him first thing in the morning.
About Keith Lee going back to Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor is like in the same pool as Impact. Like no one really pays attention to that product.
That was a bad analogy. So I do apologize, but
no problem.
I was just saying that like he has so much talent and charisma that he can strive anyway.
You think Randy Orton might have had something to do with this?
Probably.
Jesus Christ.
I mean,
everybody that's in AEW.
I mean, like, dude, this is the same person that plays with his dick in front of the creatine and gets away with it. Like, I mean,
Xbox used to take shit.
Like, I'm trying to figure out, like,
Randall alone.
In the back are you fucking to get away with this shit? That's why I'm just trying to.
Vince.
Xbox used to take dumps in women's handbags. You're acting like this isn't just an old school guy. Honestly,
this is true. He used to take mad
because
shit.
He was part of the Breakfast Club as well.
Oh, God.
Agreed. But you know, like I said, the thing is, at the end of the day, with Keith, his biggest problem has been the fact that there hasn't been a crowd. And at the end of the day, right now, the one man
you can't bask in his glory in front of the screen.
Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
He can't bask in his glory.
I said this before, Mike. The problem with Vince, right? Once upon a time, this weird ass theory of his, it worked. We can't even sit here and disagree. Once upon a time, his shit worked.
And Keith did go by his real name too.
I would say
the issue with Vince is he hasn't grown into the generations that are in his seats watching his product. It is all fine and dandy to do something when it's working, but once you start seeing a major decrease, you got to go back to the drawing board, dog. You got to go back to the drawing board. You got to come up with a new plan because your son-in-law is adapting to the generations that are coming into the NXT arena, and it's working.
Yeah, it is.
It's in one night, the Saudi Arabia shit, Vince was panicking. What did he do? Paul, I need something for Friday night. that was the most live popping.
That was the best SmackDown.
in
That was best
fucking
SmackDown.
years.
And
And
it's
he
like
had
what,
hours to plan that. Go ahead, Chris.
what Vince does, and this is what pisses me off. He counterproducts Triple H at everything that Triple H does.
Yep.
Until he's drowning. Now, I'm sorry, the WWE is like fucking drowning. You motherfuckers can sit back and say that the WWE is making all of this money and trillions and billions and all the glamour and all that crap. That's fine. But at the same time, when I look at them damn ratings are pathetic. Okay?
Now,
So
I would
Raw,
argue
it
the
shouldn't even be
ratings matter
that fucking low. That is at the end of
It's
the
Raw.
day.
It's the
That
flagship
is
show.
still the flagship
No, was.
fucking show.
Was very good point. Was until that Fox
Yeah,
deal
was.
came through. Was
Yeah.
until that Fox deal came through. But here's the thing, though. Another argument I have: do ratings even matter in today's system?
And honestly, Raw's this
This
team
is
show.
true. This is true. I heard they don't even pay attention to ratings no more.
Of course not.
Of
That's
course
probably why
not,
this shit is trash.
because it's trash.
How
many times-
Considering that it was
Why?
Memorial Day weekend, drawing a viewing of 1.42 million viewers on Memorial weekend,
That's pathetic.
and considering
Right.
Trash.
considering
And-
that
and-
Raw
and
was
no-
the A show, it's
Thank you.
they're the C show now.
Nobody can use a holiday for an excuse when it comes to Raw, because Raw during the holidays 10 years ago was fucking slaughtering the views.
Yes. I mean, we
It-
talking
it
about
would go
we
up
talking about
against playoffs.
6.0.
It would go up against football games, basketball, and still
It didn't
slaughter.
matter.
There's no excuse.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Depending on who was playing on Monday Night Football,
Yeah.
Raw
would-
pretty
But
much
they
got killed,
still
no
weren't
matter
no
what.
1.84 though, bro. They were doing hard twos.
Well, yeah,
to
I mean
high
that's true.
threes.
That was think about the
Still.
Monday Night Wars going against Monday Night Football.
After the Monday Night Wars, they were still pulling those numbers during playoff games.
Now, this is something we might have to talk about on a future show. So, Heel Carmichael said that I watched 10 reasons the WWE is failing on WrestleMania. I watched that too, and I actually like that.
Oh, I
that
gotta
channel.
watch that.
But
I
I
like
got
that
10.
channel.
I got 10 of my own. Vince McMahon, Vince McMahon, Vince McMahon, Vince McMahon, Vince McMahon. I'm already on 5. Vince McMahon, Vince McMahon, Vince McMahon, Vince McMahon, and Eve.
And
I got
No.
one extra for you.
Look.
I got one extra for you, and I love the man's podcast.
Did you say
Bruce
Eve?
Pritchard needs to be thrown in there as well.
Well, I mean, he's a tool anyway. I mean, he's used up
He's a
anyway. I mean, he's just a
fucking yes
used
man.
vibrator.
and Kevin
He
Dunn.
is exactly that, Nappy. He is a yes man.
So is
Yeah,
Kevin
And,
Dunn.
and like Mike said,
So,
I
no,
love
you're right.
something to wrestle with Bruce Pritchard. I love. Anyway, I know I said this on a previous podcast where I was trying to give Eva Marie the benefit of the doubt, but god damn it, I cannot unsee that ever since she came back to the company, a lot of relevant people have been getting.
You know what? Matter of fact, I got something to share with you guys. Give me a second.
Oh God.
Hang on.
Yeah, McMahon. Randy Orton's been stale for I don't know what
Too long?
how many years.
Y'all leave
Way too
Randall
long.
alone.
I know one question. How many times are
Randall.
we going to say that this Raw was the worst Raw in history due to the ratings? It's like
Usually,
they
I just have
reach
Raw.
Pay
record
attention to the
lows.
screen, please.
Oh, that's so fucking
Was that the cover of
Hey.
WWE 2K22?
Here's the thing, though.
He is so hot in that picture.
Here's the thing,
God
though.
damn.
You're
The
so
one-
moist.
Agreed that she shouldn't be still there with any of these three. But people are making a big deal about all of these releases when really there's 3 that hit. Buddy wasn't going anywhere. Santana wasn't going anywhere.
Mhm.
Lana arguably wasn't going anywhere.
Just
Make
through
sure.
a table
There's
every
just
week.
3 that hit. In my mind. So is it a lot of hoopla because of who was released? Yes. Alistair, there's a ton of superstars that should have been released before Alistair.
It's the way also how the show's being produced is why.
Yes, because the show is just it's just in
No matter who
disarray.
no matter who they fill the spot with, it all comes down to the decision of Vince McMahon.
I mean,
and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't mean to cut you off, but looking at this screen right here, this should tell you that the WWE has a major fucking problem. Their priorities is so fucked up. You telling me you got rid of all these three except for this hoe right here? Like, why is she here? Why did she come back? There's even rumors that she's not going to even fucking wrestle. They talk about she's going to manage. How the fuck can she manage anybody? She can't even manage being in the fucking ring.
That's my issue. So I'm so glad Chris brought that up. I'm gonna go left field, but I'm gonna bring it back full circle. I left the car business, and the reason why I left the car business was because I was dealing with a manager that never sold cars in his life. So to circle back on what Chris was saying, how the fuck can you manage a talent to wrestle and you don't wrestle?
Here's the thing:
they have creative writers that don't know anything about pro wrestling.
Yeah, that's the big problem.
That's it.
They have writers that make movies.
Motherfuckers come from. They come
when
from
they
days of our
bringing
lives.
Outside writers that don't know how to put together a card. That's the biggest problem that they have.
The fans, WWE needs a general manager mode.
Not to mention the fact, and I think Kid, maybe you might get in on this, and Ziggy, you might understand this, but think about this as well, because I've often wondered about some of these AEW signings. Mark Henry, Sting.
We need to talk about those too.
Here's the thing, though. Is it AEW and Tony Khan making that decision, or is it TNT telling them, you're going to do this? Is this WWE making these decisions, or is it USA Network, or more importantly, Fox telling them, get this person on the
From what I know, but why would Fox overreach over on some of the Raw talent?
I don't know that necessarily we're talking about today's releases with that.
Okay.
But some of the decisions
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Okay. It explains why Kofi lost in 6 minutes, if that's true. I mean, 6 seconds. Sorry.
Fox was like, you got to put that title on Brock Lesnar.
No shade though, but you know how Fox feels about black people. But whatever.
Hey, kid, no, that's why you laugh.
I mean, legitimately, that I can guarantee you.
Immediately when they were hosting SmackDown, immediately dropped the belt.
I want that man right
immediately.
Yeah, Fox is booking something.
And Vince was like, "Aha, I got it. He'll lose in 9 seconds."
And then the fucked up part about was the next day, this motherfucker went to Mondays. Okay. All right. No.
Yeah.
And Chris, was he upset about losing the belt?
No. Like the man sat back and was throwing pancakes the next fucking Thursday. And Kofi Kingston, like I said, I have much respect for Kofi. I've always admired Kofi. Kofi was one of my favorite superstars in 2009. But at the same time, this man has become another Booker T. I mean, it's just.
Wait, who? Who?
Kofi?
I'm talking about Kofi. I'm talking about Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston is basically another Booker T.
I thought he was.
That's all he
Ranger. Did you see his Green Ranger costume?
It was wrong.
We saw
that shit was fire, bro.
Yeah, it was fire.
I'm gonna take it in a different direction.
Got good costumes, man.
Last it was Mortal Kombat. Now it's Power Rangers.
And then you leave Power Rangers alone, bro.
I think Kof and Xavier have gotten to the point where they call a lot of their own shots. I think
see that
to an extent. I see where you're going with it.
Their own shots.
Definitely to an extent, like Zig said, because I mean, if he called his own shots, I think he'd be like, "Bro, if I gotta lose, can I lose in 20 minutes instead of?"
Well, yeah, absolutely.
The thing with New Day is that they're a colorful tag team. They're not going to get rid of them.
See, the thing with New Day is when they
they
broke up Big E and them, they should have broke up the whole thing.
They would have been gone. They would have been gone a long time ago.
Nah, they keeping that together because they're making too much of that moolah on the merch and the New Day podcast and the up, down.
That's what I'm saying. They got so much going on that they're not
breaking them up.
Some hate for this, but let's be honest. If you broke the group fully up, Xavier's got to go. because Xavier
Yeah,
won't be able
because
to slam on
He
his
can go to
own.
Impact and AEW. He'll have fun in AEW.
Yeah, absolutely. I
They,
agree.
they would be
Yeah.
stupid to let Xavier go because Xavier's the one that brought
He'll
in
take his
all the Twitch
podcast.
stuff. He the one that brought in all the Twitch stuff. He the one that brought
Yep.
in all the gamer
Yeah.
stuff.
All the
all
And
the
Tony Khan will
outsourcing
give him free
gigs.
reign on that.
But
all
you
the
know
outsourcing.
what though? But you know what, Ziggy?
But look what they did to
might-
Mark. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
He might have brought all that in, and he kind of reminds me of you. Like he has all of this knowledge about like social media, but this is where he differs. Like on the New Day, he's the weakest link. He's literally the weakest link. I hate to say this, but he is. Like this man, like I mean, I Kofi, he got, you know what I'm saying, he's a multi-time champion. Big E, he has charisma. He's also, well, he ain't really multi-time champion, but
He's a multi-time champion, just not multi-world champion.
May's
Right,
comment.
yeah,
I'm laughing
yeah.
at John May's comment.
Yeah, that's why.
I hate
That's why.
John Cena. He's a bastard.
Oh,
for that.
wow.
She got-
really?
hey, John, she got new boobs. I really want to see that
And
next
of course,
year.
he's with
Don't you got
Enzo.
some fake ass lips now?
Hey, it's okay. She got DSLs now. It's all right.
Hold up. Is Brad Maddox still around to videotape it for us?
He's around here somewhere.
My dude is watching his
Don't-
girl get banged and he's getting tight angles and shit.
Oh my goodness.
The only thing about Xavier Woods, I think he's better than what they allow him to be. I think they just gotta, give him a little bit more
Zig don't give a
range to
fuck
do his.
anymore.
So you think they holding him back?
Yeah,
Zig don't give a fuck anymore. Honestly.
yeah.
Ziggler don't give a shit.
Oh, Ziggler.
Oh,
I thought he was
Ziggler.
involved.
Oh, well, the thing with Ziggler is he talks a big game about being upset and everything, but what did the same thing that Cesaro did when it was time to leave, he still
resigned.
signed. So I mean,
Well, I mean, even AEW now, you got to think too. Even AEW, there's a little bit of financial security. There's still
Well,
more
yeah, which I
financial security
understand.
under the WWE umbrella than there is even AEW. So I can't hate somebody for making a business
oh,
move
of course.
by any stretch of the imagination.
Mm-hmm.
I just get a
Um,
little thrown off with the. I don't know if it's to create
Mhm.
storylines, but they complain online about not being used or not being on TV. So okay, your contract is up, so there's your chance, but they resign.
I mean, Zack Ryder did a whole fucking podcast to get himself over, or a whole internet
Well, he did
show
a-
to get
he-
himself over, and guess what? Until they released his ass, he was there for another 11 years.
Yeah, he the one that started the YouTube shit with the
Yeah.
Long Island IZ story thing.
Long
whatever
Island
they
IZ.
call it.
And you know what? Honestly, I never paid
And
attention to that
the
shit
action
anyway.
figures. Spending
Yeah,
40 some grand
he-
on an action
Yeah,
figure.
to give himself a title
As long
before
as
they
them,
gave him one.
as long as them checks clear, I'll be honest with you. As long as them checks clear and they're the right amount, these guys could give a shit.
Yes, because at the end of the day, with the WWE, it's all about moolah and it's all about buzz. If you have one of those two elements,
What's drawing the most attention?
right? That's what I'm saying. And this is where the company is failing in. Like they're not about the fans; they're about the money. And when you are allowing the big dollar control of you, you're not going to focus on anything else but the money, and that's what the WWE is doing.
So
Think
really,
about
if
this.
it was, well, I was gonna say, if you really think about it, out of what you just said and the buzz and the attention and all that, I really think that Aleister Black really got the shit into the stick there because he was
Oh,
the one
yeah.
that just came back. Everybody else
Oh,
already
yeah.
had their shit going on. Well, I mean, Buddy Murphy had his storyline
Yeah.
drop, but I mean, really no buzz there. And then Ruby Riott, she was kind of tossed him in the middle of whatever she was doing. But if you think about it, Aleister Black really was the only one that, for me, in my opinion, I really think was a bad move on letting him go. Everybody else,
Let it
Yeah.
go.
you're good to
I
go.
agree.
Because Braun Strowman was
Because
a
Braun
fucking clown.
Strowman had his shit going on,
Yeah, Braun was how he got $1 million deal. Whoever negotiated that
How?
contract needs to be fired immediately. But
Right.
with that being said, I will say this: going back to the money talk, AJ Styles blatantly said, "I've done my craft. I've worked my art. Now
Yeah,
I
he
want to
did.
make money,"
Mhm.
and that's why he signed with WWE.
A
That's
lot of
what it's about. Adam Cole said the same thing. I have my friends. Now I want to go make some money.
After that promo he just had with Karrion Kross, no, he ain't going nowhere either.
Yeah.
A lot of people get pissed.
Yeah, he's not leaving.
A lot
Until
of
he
people
goes
get
to Raw.
pissed off when I say this,
no, that's
but
not happening. Not anytime
AJ
soon.
Styles isn't going nowhere else.
No.
He's retiring with WWE.
Now, John May said this. He's being very shady right now. He said Murphy was dating Mysterio's daughter, which you really want
That's probably why they
to be
dropped
that
it.
long ankle.
They just dropped it from
That
the
ankle,
totally
bro.
dropped
it.
Like
Here's my
that.
question.
He's
that-
30-some years old dating an 18-year-old.
Right.
After Blake and him broke up, what do you do with Buddy? He
Nothing.
had a little bit with Seth, but what do you do with Buddy? That's why it doesn't surprise me he was gone. Honestly, Ruby injured as much. Are you really going to put her in a main storyline?
I mean, Rey Mysterio's injury prone too, and
Kid
he's still there.
just said, like Kid just
selling
said,
masks.
really, ALEISTER is the only one that makes no sense to me.
Yeah. Out of all that, I really think that they really shit the bed with Aleister Black.
And
I
it
think,
started
especially brought
changing.
him up in the character that he came with.
Heel Carmichael, you are trolling big time if you think Braun will get anywhere close to the
Child,
IWGP.
I mean, like for real, bro. Like them wet dreams that you currently have.
Oh Lord,
You
Wet
really
dreams.
need to like come on now.
Isn't
Stop
the
having
US
no wet dreams, bro.
Who's the U.S. champ still?
John Moxley.
John Moxley, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So for the people in the back that's not listening or is currently listening to our podcast, Heel Carmichael said that Braun could either be IWP World Heavyweight Champion or IWGP U.S. Heavyweight Champion by late summer.
I don't know what he sees that I
Of
don't.
what year?
Of what year?
Maybe
2025?
2029.
I was
I
about
don't
to
know.
say that.
He
I was
said
like
late summer.
2025.
This 2021. This is. I mean,
Me
No,
and Kid
we're
been
in summer
having
now.
like
that could be late. That could be
that
late
twin
summer
shit going on.
That could be late
No.
summer 2025. We don't know.
Mm-mm.
2022,
2022. Yeah,
Nah,
because I'm sorry,
2022.
but Braun Strowman, the only thing he got going for him is his muscles, and he's oh my god, he's zaddy. But at the same time, focusing. This man is not this man is not really that good. I'm sorry if you really look at it. He's not.
So you called a man zaddy, but he's not good
Yes.
enough to be.
He's not.
He's going
He's not-
by look, not talent.
Yeah,
He doesn't have the
Makes
work
sense.
rate to keep up in New Japan. New Japan won't look at Braun Strowman. I'm going to kill that right there. New Japan
Yeah.
will not even take a glance at Braun Strowman.
Not
Braun
at all.
Strowman's best chance
Oh
is
god,
Impact Wrestling.
that boy Samuel said Braun should just be a porno star.
he really should.
All
And
right,
Oh
bro.
god,
And that's where
Dealing with women that's like
me
Alexa
personally,
Bliss.
I will pay for I will pay for that $35 some damn dollars.
John May is a bastard. Let's just throw that out there right now for that last comment.
Yeah.
Braun will be the IWGP champ.
Nappy
The
had to
same
leave
time
on that
Owen
one.
Hart is inducted to the Hall of Fame. Wow.
Is Martha going to stop being
Wow.
a dick?
Wow. That's I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, he's not wrong at all. I mean, because like I'm sorry, but Braun Strowman is just he was used up by the WWE. They really fucked his whole entire character.
He'll
up.
make it in time to be on the new AEW game and have an action figure.
So this is my question. This is my question to you guys. So every time someone gets released, everyone quickly says
AEW.
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 They've got
So-
way too many people. No.
So
Two
is
people.
AEW going to start cutting people they're not using, like Sonny Kiss or some other people that we just don't see anymore?
thank you, Zig.
I
Thank
think
you.
Sonny's
Or
very
how is
close
that
to
going to work?
stacked.
Are they just hauling?
Think about it. They did
That's like them getting rid of Jungle Boy after he just won the Casino Royale battle.
They
battle
just
Royale.
got rid. They did just release 2 talents quietly yesterday, or they let their
I bet
contract
they did.
expire.
I get
Awesome
that, but they
Kong
added like
and,
six. They added like 6 people over the past month.
That's
Yeah,
true.
but think of the names that they put in there. You know, nobody that I mean, what were their names?
Awesome
We don't
Kong.
even know.
and there was
It was
another-
Oh yeah,
Awesome
okay,
Kong
Awesome
and,
Kong.
another
I didn't know
lady.
she was in AEW. To be honest,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
Awesome.
one of them.
Yeah.
did
Yeah.
she
they
have
did
one
get
match
rid
like
of
she
her
did in
quiet.
WWE?
Yeah.
Pretty
She was
much.
with the Nightmare Collective thing with Brandy Rhodes.
And you know they cut that off
Oh,
quick.
Didn't that stop
Yeah.
after she got pregnant?
That
Correct.
yeah, because it was trash, so they just cut it off. You know,
So, and
I mean, she was going around and she was cutting blonde's hair and shit, and then sniffing and shit. I was like, dude, bitch, that's weird. That's
Unless-
weird.
Unless TNT's on the line, literally, Tony Khan's probably looking at two talents: Aleister Black and Ruby Riott.
Or
I should hope
Andrade.
so.
What about Andrade,
Fine.
Samoa Joe?
Well, I'm talking about out of the group today. I don't honestly.
Okay.
I don't think Andrade. I think Andrade's going to end up in Mexico and staying in Mexico. I think he's happy.
I thought he's with AAA.
Yeah, AAA.
Yeah, that's
He
what
is.
Mike was saying. Yeah.
He is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ruby
I'll just-
Riott would make a good addition to the female or the women's division for AEW.
Absolutely. Her
And they
Ty
need
Conti
it.
was
They
great.
need it.
Bell Country,
Having
that
her
tag team.
go up against Britt Baker,
that would be good
Ooh.
shit.
Ruby Riott. Well,
I would like that.
Heidi, what was it? What's
Heidi
Heidi
Lovelace.
Lovelace.
Yeah, Heidi Lovelace. Antonio, I disagree. If she can stay off the injured list, I disagree. I think she's a great talent. Like, I don't know if you're trolling, but I completely disagree.
Would be a mistake.
She's got a hell of a work
I
rate.
think
behind
Ruby's
her.
good.
No,
Yeah.
she's good as long as she don't
I
cut her
don't
hair.
see the mistake. Ruby Riott would be a good asset to any company.
I mean,
And
but
she's
that's
got the
his
experience
opinion.
with
He might not
WWE.
like her that
She can
much.
take that along with her.
Yeah.
She'd be great for the women's division. As long as I just don't see her going to Impact or.
No.
Now, what's his name said that Ruby could be going to the Dark Order.
You're going to have to.
No.
Yeah, somebody was saying
have her
Braun
in there with
Strowman's going to
Anna?
be the leader.
I can't see Braun either. No, Alistair maybe, but
He'd be
he
too
needs
big
to
for the
stay
ring.
away from. He needs to stay away from factions because Black can do it on his own easily with no help.
Yes, exactly.
Sam, I'm going to answer your question, by the way. The reason why Mandy isn't cut instead of Ruby is because she's got a fat ass and a pair of titties.
And she ain't got
And the
tattoos.
extensions of her blonde hair.
And she ain't got tattoos,
Right.
but I'm a fan of tattoos on women. So it's not a problem for me, but it's a problem for Vince.
I
I
don't
like
think
Ruby
Ruby
Riott.
doesn't have charisma, by the
Yeah,
way.
I mean,
I
I
didn't think there was
can't
anything wrong
tell.
with her.
I
I
can't
like her
tell
tattoo.
that Ruby doesn't have the charisma because she doesn't even talk on the fucking mic.
They never give
She
her a
doesn't give
chance.
an opportunity
They don't
to
write.
show.
Yeah.
They don't,
I
they
wouldn't
don't
say
you
that.
know, they package her wrong too from day one. They don't give her the mic.
When was the last
They
time
don't
she
they don't
actually
let her they don't let her shine, dude. Like you go back and Antonio, you go back and look at her old shit before WWE and then comment Sunday if you still think she's trash.
You've
She
got
hasn't done nothing memorable in WWE.
Ever.
It's a huge difference, my brother. WWE is a black hole. Once you go there, game over. Game
Keith
over.
Lee,
If you don't have the
just
look,
based what Keith
game
Lee
over.
did off of what he did in the Indies, Keith Lee would be WWE champion multiple times by now.
Yes.
He
You
should be a 5
cannot
or 6
base a
time champion by
person
now.
off of their WWE run because once again, it is so subjective,
Okay.
especially now.
So I'm looking up Ruby Riott's last promo that, from what I can look up on YouTube, was August 3rd of 2020. And she was apologizing to Liv Morgan on the Kevin Owens show.
Oh, about her killing her.
About her stabbing her in the back and Sarah Logan in them. The
Oh yeah,
Riot Squad.
yeah. That shit. Okay. Yeah.
And once again, remember, you can't really knock promos in WWE because they don't write them.
That's what's
They're
fed to
giving a
you.
promo on a piece of paper.
So Antonio said that but she had so much spotlight. Ruby was given plenty of opportunity. She was a leader of her own faction.
Was the faction ever spotlighted though?
Not really.
No.
Exactly.
I
And
mean,
they
it
were
was
they were feeding off of Suicide Squad when that was popular.
That was it.
That's exactly what it was.
And then as soon as that movie died out, then so did the group.
Kevin,
I agree with
Kevin's
Dylan.
gonna wipe her. Kevin's going to retire under the E umbrella. Kevin,
It'd be great to see him in
I'd like to see one
I don't
more.
want to
run.
say it, but AEW. I
Kevin
mean,
Yes. Kevin Owens will be a complete fucking savage in AEW.
He
And
would.
it's just right now in the WWE, it's like he's being held
and he'll go
back.
back as Kevin Steen. as
Kevin
his real
Steen
name.
versus MJF.
Fight
Unless,
Steve.
That'd be a good one, huh?
That would be gold.
unless he
Steen-
has an
Steen
issue
versus
at this
MJF.
point again,
As long as they don't have the the metal pads.
Ooh.
Sammy.
Dude,
Sammy is going
MJF
And Kevin Owens.
versus Kevin Owens.
In a promo.
Oh, Jesus, that
Promos
would
will
be
be
Yeah,
oh
bro.
my
No,
God.
they get a triple threat match and have the Miz and join in on that.
Why are you talking about the Miz? Why?
I don't wish firing on nobody. But if I had one wish, I would wish the Miz would get cut tomorrow or in the near future. Go to AEW.
He won't.
And get his ass whipped in a promo by MJF just so I could look at that man's face down there, Mr. Kid USA, and say, brother, I told you so.
Hey,
You almost redeemed
I'll do one better. I'm sorry to cut you off there, Mike.
He ain't sorry. He ain't sorry.
No, I'm truly sorry about this. But if that does indeed happen one day, I will tell you if he's still your tribal chief. I will tell you that he is my tribal chief.
Sir, Roman Reigns. Let me not say this.
He's not the head of my table.
Chris is gonna get so moist if I would have said something. No,
I'll tell you this much. The Miz, for me, has been holding down promos in WWE for the past 10 years. The Miz is the best heel until Roman Reigns became a heel
in WWE though.
Wait a minute.
He's the best heel in
Give him
WWE.
without a script.
Now, Antonio said that I think you overhyping her ability. I think he's talking about Ruby Riott, right? I think you're doing the same thing for Roman Reigns because I'm sorry, Roman Reigns, he sits there and talks you to death for 50 minutes and shit, and now everybody talking about, yay, he's the greatest heel. No, that's
he is.
No.
Roman,
just him.
I appreciate Roman's character. I think Roman is much more natural as a heel. I agree, it is a little late, but I think
is.
If there wasn't an MJF, if there wasn't an MJF or a Miz around, Roman would be the best, hands down, the best heel
definitely
in professional wrestling.
I told Chris
they waited way too late.
Me and Chris, Mike, this is a weekly thing for me and Chris, right? You can count on a few things, right? You can count on every Sunday, #Heels for Life is going live. And you can count on that me and Chris are going to fight over Roman fucking Reigns.
What?
And I agreed.
I tell you the same
things. Two things that they messed up on.
I told you.
Two things they messed up on, Mike. One, like all y'all said, it was too late. And two, they did it without fans. But as a fan of the wrestling business, not WWE, not Roman Reigns, I see and I saw why they did it. The pandemic fucked them and they needed something like that.
So
we're gonna see.
So he's the savior of the pandemic?
Yep. And we're gonna see,
and then they're gonna shit on him as soon as it's back to normal.
We're gonna see once the fans start flocking in. Once the fans start flocking in, we're gonna really see how good of a heel he really is, because his heel run in NXT, golden.
I want to say this. I want to say this though: if we really are looking at budget cuts and we're looking at cleaning up contracts, here's one name for you to watch. And I can almost guarantee, if this is what we're really saying, this is how you judge it. Edge.
Oh,
Edge will be released if this is really cleaning up contracts or
AEW.
I mean, like, bro, like, what?
And then being Edge's or Christian will be in Edge's shadow again.
Right.
Christian Cage, my sir.
What's the whole point? What's the whole point of having Edge there? What's the whole point of having Edge there anyway?
I agree. Once again, wasted dead money.
He wants to leave on his own terms.
And he wanted to be champion one more time.
I mean,
I get that, but what has he done since he lost to WrestleMania? Like, I like Edge. I'm a fan of Edge. But it's been how long since Mania, and we haven't even heard
there's no
20-second promo.
Creative has nothing.
He got hurt again.
Creative has nothing for him.
He got that Brock deal.
See, okay, Vince McMahon.
No, that's right, Mike.
He's on that Legends deal.
Hey, that's true. Mike is right.
This is where I got an issue with this, right?
That's true.
How the fuck do you not have anything for fucking Edge?
Oh no, I was just being funny, but no, he's on that
you're
Legends
probably
deal.
Right though,
what Mike said.
You're probably right.
Hey, John May, yeah, he probably will.
Bear acknowledge Taiwan before acknowledge
Taiwan is his tribal.
Here's the thing, though. I'll tell you this
comment
much.
of the day so far.
Dude, I love John, man. That's my
And
brother,
I'm about
bro.
to get all sorts of heat from
That's
the
big brother
AEW
right
crowd
there.
on this. I'm about to get all sorts of heat from the AEW crowd on this. Christian has not been worth his contract.
Nah, man, I'll
Wait
work
a
everyone.
Hold on.
He stepped through the hole in the
Hold on, Mike.
But
Pause.
no, ain't no fucking hold
No.
on. I told you
You done
that
got him
Christian
started, Mike. You
was
done got him
trash.
started.
I said Christian. Look, everyone
I love
saw
Christian.
me.
He's
on
trying to
that
find.
damn-
He's trying to find Edge.
Everyone saw my fucking reaction. We was all
He's
watching
making
that
sure
shit
Edge is in
together.
around.
I said, look here. I said, wait a minute. I said, who? They was like, oh, Christian. Christian, he's the biggest signee of AEW.
That's where they messed up at. They should have just let him come out. They shouldn't have hyped it up like that.
Let
They
me
should
say
have just
two
let him
things.
come
Show
out.
should have never said he had the biggest scoop and the biggest
They
signing.
should have never said
Should have
that.
never done all that.
Just let him come out.
And then Big Show sitting up here looking like a fucking goof.
If we weren't watching it with our
Did you see that
Mike.
train wreck of a weigh-in, by the way, that he hosted Friday? God damn, that was
Mike.
terrible.
if we weren't watching it live with the Heel Nation that Sunday, this man probably would have fucking turned that TV off and would have waited until we went live.
Christian, no, double or nothing. Christian didn't outwork everyone. He outslept everyone outside the ring until it was waiting for his cues.
His Q&A run was great. You're absolutely right though, kid. If they were to hype him up,
what's a motherfucker he outslept everyone?
I wanna.
What did you say, Mike?
you were completely right. If they wouldn't have hyped him up, he'd have been fine.
That's what I'm saying.
Just came out. If he would have just came out without all that hype, because as soon as he came out, we're like, "That's it."
They shouldn't have done that.
It's like when you get that lame present on Christmas morning.
I was excited to see him. By the way, Matt Hardy hasn't earned his money either.
Damn.
Isn't he supposed to be playing a lawyer now?
Big money, Matt.
Y'all leave Big Money Matt alone.
Man, I
can't kill Matt Hardy.
Matt Hardy.
You could drop him on concrete though.
He is the Marty Jannetty. He's the Marty Jannetty in AEW. This man is trying to find this gimmick, that gimmick, this gimmick. I'm sorry, broken Hardy was
bring
so
Jeff Hardy back
awesome.
into the mix,
brother Nero.
He's too busy losing on main event, bro.
Right, he too busy losing to jobbers and shit.
He's still tied down. That's who they should have let go today.
Jeff doesn't in 2021. Will Jeff
Jinder
be
Mahal
able
still
to
has a job
perform up to the same level?
Hey, Jinder's good, man.
Absolutely, Mike.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Don't hinder Jinder.
Put him in AEW, and
he's still going to have that storyline. The only reason they probably kept him is so they could have a storyline with Drew McIntyre.
No, the reason why they have
in
hindered,
Saudi Arabia and Iraq and
the reason why they have hindered Jinder is because of that body.
God damn.
I'm sorry. My bad.
Look, he's going by looks and not talent again.
No, I'm not going by.
But let me do that with Eva Marie, though.
Hey, they both do it right here, kid.
She's really nice to look at, but
she's fucking amazing to look at. What you mean she's nice?
Oh, she's nice.
I'd rather look at Mandy Rose.
Hinder me.
They all could leave.
Sorry,
Nappy. I gotta ask you.
That's like saying he watches Dana Brooke.
You said you think Jeff can still perform at the level he did.
I don't think he can.
I don't think
put him in
this.
He can do that.
Put him in AEW.
If he can come out as
Watch
interest
what he
and still
do.
do this.
Watch what he do in AEW.
And get the fireworks blown up on himself.
Without limping to the ring.
Hey, that was Matt's doing, Zig. That was Matt's doing. Y'all should remember the storyline, damn it.
I do. It's just funny.
I mean, as long as
let me say this though, because I wanted to circle back on what Mike said a few minutes ago about Christian not earning his
sleeping
money,
everyone,
right? The best thing he's done so far. This is my personal opinion. I don't know how y'all gonna feel about this. The only thing he's done worthy so far was put over Jungle Boy this past Sunday.
Because
And
he
Jungle
deserves
Boy
it.
didn't need that. Let's be honest.
So he
Jungle Boy
earns
didn't
at
need any
least
Christian
he earned
does.
at least
Jungle Boy
75% of his earnings.
Jungle Boy has been on an upward trajectory since that
I
Dynamite
hate
match
Chris,
with
man.
No, that Jungle Boy needed that win for the battle. royal.
No, he didn't need it for fucking Christian because I was thinking,
I don't think he
was
needed
Christian
it from
still
Christian.
awake? I mean,
You
What?
There you go, Chris. He gonna get that.
that.
Out snoring everybody.
Out snore.
I mean, as is right now, let's be honest. Is Jungle Boy taking the AEW title off of Kenny Omega? No. We need something that's going to legitimize Jungle Boy, though, as a.
Your boy goes from this to look to
just like the stock market, it's dropping.
If
So you're saying Christian's like Bitcoin or DOG coin? His stock is going down day by.
Nah, Dozy jumped up. Bitcoin jumped up.
If we're truly all in on Jungle Boy, though,
I
I
am.
want to see
I
him
am.
get some key wins. And Christian ain't it.
Antonio finally
Tony Khan paid for that song, and the song is helping him. It's helping him get over.
They invested in him.
Make me believe that Jungle Boy is a threat to Kenny Omega, because now I don't.
Yes.
Right. Because when I look at him, I'm just I'm looking at Tarzan,
and that's where they fucked up at. By
Yeah.
giving it 2 weeks. You need more than 2 weeks
that's
to
what I'm
build
saying.
up
Like,
Jungle Boy being a threat
dude,
to Kenny, man.
Like number one,
They
like
dropped
number
the ball
one.
on that shit. They pulled a WWE.
Kenny Omega's gonna be like, you really think that you can beat me?
I mean, because like the whole thing is, if you are
It's like
trying
watching
to
Darby
push,
Allin in him.
if you're trying to push your upcoming talent, Jungle Boy is so fucking over. He been over from day
Your
one.
AEW future,
Dude, just
future
listen to the pop
AEW
he
heavyweight
gets.
champion.
Dude,
When the music hits.
You are going to Chicago, one of the most hypest fucking cities in America when it comes to wrestling.
Marco Stunt.
You're telling me you're
Isn't that
gonna do this
bigger
shit
than
in
him?
2 weeks?
Facts.
You hold the belt up and you like, where did he go?
No, legitimately, I think Jungle Boy has
Look
a
at that
chance.
belt holding itself up by itself.
If you build Jungle Boy enough and give him some credible wins, Jungle Boy has a chance.
Like we can't see
Jungle
him.
Boy has a chance to be believable.
The belt
What
is
about
just
Luchasaurus?
standing up on his own.
But Mike, you said the key words. If they build him up, let me ask you something, Mike. You are a very intelligent man with this business. Do
Jungle
you
Boy will
see
be
in
if he beats
2
Kenny
weeks
Omega.
Jungle Boy being built up like that?
No.
That's all I'm saying.
And this is the thing. If you truly believe that he's going to be part of your future and he's going to be one of your top single stars, they need to continue it past this. Kenny needs to, I'm going to be honest, this is his Sting moment. He needs to think about Sting in '88. I wasn't alive, but I know the context. With Ric
Why?
Flair.
Why not? They're saying who can just like Roman Reigns. Who is the guy that they're going to have to take it off of Kenny Omega? Why not Jungle Boy?
I'll be honest
Because
with you.
it's somebody that nobody's going to expect.
You want to know my
Look, I get that, kid. But man, being an old school wrestling fan like myself, I need story, brother. I look, I get it. I get what you're saying, and I agree. But it has to make sense to me. Right now,
It will.
doesn't
It
make
may
sense.
not now, but it will later down the road.
Looking at the booking right now,
9-0 at the last.
I'll
pay-per-view,
tell
remember
you. I'll
that.
tell you who's going to beat Kenny for that
Fucking
title.
guy.
Just looking at the way they're building him in the background, and it's going to be Hangman. Hangman.
Yeah.
Hey, no,
Yeah,
man.
and the thing about it is with Hangman
He
Page,
on to something.
I think his,
Slowly, ever since that Dark Order shit, he's
If
slowly
you've
going
been
up.
seeing what Hangman has been doing since day one, I said this. I don't know if I said I probably didn't say it on the podcast, but I'm saying it now. Sorry. Damn, what the fuck?
yeah.
You all right?
No, I ain't smoking that. Heartburn. Heartburn. That should be hitting me whenever, man. Fucking old age, dog. Like,
I was about to say
shit.
old age.
I can't eat nothing like I used to.
You only
I wish I was
26?
I wish I was 26. Thank you. If
More
I look
he's
like
more
it,
like
thank
36.
Steven,
Fuck
they're
you,
going to
man.
wait for a very good babyface to put that title on MJF.
I said, I said, this before.
That could
Chris
that's
Jericho
possible.
was the best option for him to be AEW champion. He was a household name.
Absolutely.
Jon Moxley, another good one to keep their stock going up.
They left it
Now-
wrong.
Now they have an AEW original with Kenny Omega. Perfect. The next one in line, as Mike said, slowly, he's not increasing. But if you go back and watch what he's been doing, bruh, he's fucking going up, man. Look at the win he did.
So is Jungle Boy.
No facts. But look at the win he just did. He beat Brian Cage.
Who's more credible right now, Jungle Boy or Hangman?
No, I
I
say
could
Hangman.
argue they're close.
Jungle Boy.
I say Hangman.
Hangman,
No.
Jungle
Hangman
Boy?
is more available. Yeah,
Jungle Boy.
I say he
Hangman.
is more believable.
Yeah,
I'm going with Jungle Boy.
Okay. I mean,
Yes,
I'm
He
Sam, I
has
just
a
thought about
title match.
like I said,
What
like
that
I
mean?
said,
Battle Royal.
if they play this right in 2 weeks, and this is indeed his Sting moment, and Kenny escapes by the
What's going to
hair
happen?
on
Which I
his
think
chin,
he is. Which I think
then
he is.
will be
He'll have a
fine.
1-2-3 kid
AE
moment.
Look, I tell everybody this a lot about AEW. There is one thing that AEW has not gotten wrong since day one, and that's when, in the perfect example, we all would love for Jungle Boy to win.
That was some
And
good
we all
watermelon,
know a
too.
squash match would freaking hurt his reputation. So the last thing AEW is going to do is give Jungle Boy a hurtful loss. They're going to make Jungle Boy lose, and he's going to be more over than anything in the fucking world. That's
I'll be
one thing
honest
he
with you.
does.
Kenny throw
What
it
they
on.
need to do, if Kid is right and he's the next guy, they need to do either a schmoz or a time limit, something where honestly Jungle Boy doesn't take a pin. I don't think Jungle Boy needs to take a fall at all if they're planning on keeping this going and him eventually taking
even with Kenny Omega winning, I know I agree with you on that, Mike. I think it won't be the last time you're going to see him in a title match.
No.
I think that they're gonna have something for him. It's giving him that experience to be in the main event for the world title. Coming from off of his win for the Battle Royal, I really think this is going to be good for him in his career. And I do see a future title run with Jungle Boy. It just we don't know.
He said it best.
He could possibly have a 1-2-3 kid moment.
Yeah.
If
Well, that's
that
what Dylan
happens-
is saying right here.
If
Dylan
that
is saying it
happens,
right here.
though, let's be honest, it's going to be a quick run for Jungle Boy. Like, Kenny will get it back at the pay-per-view if they pull the swerve like that.
So this is what
And it
Dylan
won't win
said.
a clean
He said
either.
Yeah.
So he said AEW is not like the WWE. They're not predictable. I actually enjoy watching this new promotion because they keep you on your toes and you never know what's going to happen. It feels good to have a company that doesn't have you out there already making predictions before the match even happens. You really can't call anything because we don't know what's going to happen. It's not as predictable as the WWE.
If you watch storylines, it kind of is.
Yeah.
But you have to know what you have to know what you're looking for. Trey, I think that's the best idea. Do a story where Jungle Boy is so damn close. And I'm talking, we give them a good 30, 45-minute match. Jungle Boy, multiple near falls, comes so close, and somehow Kenny pulls it out.
And everybody is pulling for Jungle Boy.
Yes,
And-
like they were pulling for Kofi at Elimination Chamber
In front of a
that
fucking
year.
crowd,
In
not
front of a
LED
crowd.
screen.
Here's the key. What are they going to Chicago for? They're going to Chicago for
All
All
Out.
Out, right?
Yeah.
All out,
Yes,
yes,
all
all out.
Here's how
I
you
will
do
be
it.
there.
If Jungle Boy gets this title, here's how you do it. You screw him here in 2 weeks, and you build for All Out. That's the moment.
That's what exactly. Have him lose, but it's going to be a way it doesn't necessarily hurt his build and doesn't hurt his character. That they'll have a build up for him at All Out, and he'll have his moment, and he'll be the guy to take the title off of Kenny Omega.
Had the
Now
Good
they-
Brothers tweet or something come in.
Hold on 1 second. Samuel said that no.
No.
What is
Jurassic
Luchasaurus
is-
doing? They need to do something.
They
Yeah,
ain't doing shit with him.
Have him
doing
take the
shit.
tag titles off of I don't think Marco's
That's
done.
what I'm
That's not even
saying.
done.
They're not doing
Marco
that.
ain't really been doing nothing either.
Give
I
him
mean, all he
he
been
go for
doing
the
is-
TNT title.
Marco?
No.
Really?
No,
have him tap
Luchasaurus.
Accolade.
Oh, Luchasaurus.
So I know Marco. Marco ran with my group in this area before he got signed. Marco's doing the right. They're doing the right thing with Marco. I'm worried about Marco
What about
pulling
dancing?
himself out there because he is a small guy. But
And he keeps
no,
doing
they're
the
doing right.
was it the Q-tip, whatever, the floss.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So he's doing the
it's-
hornswoggle shit.
He
It's
actually used to
funny.
come out to a Pat Benatar song when he was on the Indies. That We
Oh.
Belong Together or whatever. I'll have to send it to you. It's one of the like 80s love songs, and it was.
So say you
hilarious.
got if anybody's heard of Grado, y'all heard of him? He comes out to
Grado.
Madonna. He comes out to Madonna.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about now.
You know what?
If anybody's gonna get over in AEW, it's gonna be that man with living on a prayer?
It like a prayer.
Like
yeah.
a prayer.
That's
No.
Like a
And
Prayer.
Tony Khan buying that song for him in order to get over because he couldn't get over in TNA. He
I'm
wasn't
going to
TNA
get
for
Justify My Love. That's what I'm going to get.
I don't know, Reese. You say a DQ win. I don't know. I more am invested in Jungle Boy coming so close but coming up short.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like that
DQ win
finish.
does it for me. I think him coming so close and then just barely short.
I
is
will.
but it'll be
I
a
will say
stipulation
this.
match or a gimmick
I
match.
will say this match, even though it is short lived, only giving them 2 weeks, it's gonna be a hell of a match. You can almost guarantee a lot of false finishes and a lot of like Jungle Boy covering Kenny. 1, 2, 3, like the crowd, and then the pure fact that we're gonna have fans to hear the is gonna be fucking chill worthy. Like I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it.
That's going to be a match that when they put it together, I can guarantee you.
Oh, it's going to be beautiful.
Kenny's a master of working the crowd. So by the end of that match, you're going to think Jungle Boy has that title won.
Antonio brought up a good thing saying Kenny loses if he doesn't take him seriously. And him being a heel right now, a cocky heel with Don in his corner, I could hear Don right now popping promos. Jungle Boy, we don't need that long to prepare for Jungle Boy. We're not even preparing.
I still need more than 2 weeks.
And then lose that way.
And then lose that way.
And have a Mankind moment.
I still need more than 2 weeks, though. I still need more than 2 weeks to get
the 2
that
weeks
title.
is fucking killing.
Do you want to set the kid up for success with his first run, or do you want to set him up for failure? I think giving it to him in 2 weeks sets him up for failure.
As soon as you see the card where it shows 2 weeks from tonight type deal, it's like seeing Roman Reigns, but we already know that.
Like, why do you guys think, right? Tony doesn't have a lot of fuck ups in his pockets like Vince McMahon does.
Now you just jinx the man.
So why do you think Tony couldn't book this for the pay-per-view? Why do you think he booked it for an AEW?
Because he got something.
Because this isn't going to be the only match. There's going to be another one.
Oh, I guarantee you, this is going to be. I saw the best.
It's going to be like 1 or 2 or 1 or 3.
The best comparison I've seen is you're going to start seeing these TNT cards, especially the named Dynamites, become like Clash of the Champions. This is going to be a whole damn card built around the main event of Jungle Boy versus Kenny. Like I said, this is the moment where you give Jungle Boy that. He's so.
They want to build new stars. There it is, right there.
I can almost guarantee you, this is a test. This is a test for Jungle Boy to see how far over he is.
And so we're over here complaining about the 2-week buildup for Dynamite, but in reality, when we watch All Out, we're going to see a longer story because it's going to be Jungle Boy versus Kenny Omega at All Out for the boy. I fucking like
that's when you switch the title at All Out in Chicago.
I miss you, Mike.
I don't know that. I don't think
that
they're
makes
going.
sense.
That makes sense, but I don't think they're going to do that though with Jungle Boy.
You don't think they're going to do it?
See, that's the thing. It makes too much sense.
It makes sense, but they're not going to do that. So I don't want to hype ourselves up for disappointment when that shit don't happen.
More than likely, it's going to be one of those unexpected wins, and he's going to end up getting the title. And it's going to be one of those, oh shit, we didn't expect that. You're out, Ziggy.
I wanna answer John's question.
Wait, hold on, Nappy. I was about to say, what about? Well, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Now, I was gonna say, I think Don Callis doesn't have the reputation of Paul Heyman. He's there, but as far as star power, hell no.
Don doesn't have the promo that Paul has, and that's not a knock on Don. That's
no, not at all.
Nobody has the promo that Paul has.
Don has his own style.
We need to stop comparing these managers or heaters to Paul, because nobody's gonna be Paul. It's like comparing anybody to Michael Jordan.
Yes. And stop please stop.
I'm joking too, by the way. I'm joking.
Stop comparing LeBron to Michael Jordan, please.
Oh, you mean the man that walked out with 5 minutes left in the game?
Michael ain't never did that.
I'm a Laker fan, and he didn't even show up on the court last night. Let's be honest.
Michael ain't never did that.
Nope, he never.
Because they'll be showing up on AEW Dynamite and fighting against Shaq.
But
in that storyline, I got a question.
LeBron James is all elite.
What do you think's the ceiling for Cargill? Because me and my buddy, me and Timber were talking about this weekend before Double or Nothing, and I said, this is the time you put the belt on Britt, and obviously, that's what they went with. But he was like, "No, Jade Cargill's your next star."
They
hard to argue with that though.
Look. I don't think
like
wrong. I do. I just don't think she's champion material yet, and that's not a knock on her. She's still a little too green for me.
Well, see, I'm to the point with I'll be honest with you. I think Anna, when she gets back, you better go guns a-blazing with her, or else you're going to miss your opportunity with Anna. I know Anna's a little green still, but you're going to miss your opportunity with her. Same with Ty. I thought that the perfect time to switch the title off of Shida was with Ty Conti. I thought Ty Conti was going to take it.
Yeah. Now, we'll say this, though. Jay would be definitely a good opponent for Britt Baker.
Yeah.
And what they can do with that is give Britt Baker competition, and also see, maybe we could put Jay here sooner or later, but let's see first.
Let's be honest.
Anna's another good one too, like you mentioned.
Britt, and you saw it a little bit at the end of Double or Nothing. At the end of that match, she went and hugged Tony. Britt is organically turning face. Britt will be face probably by December.
Yeah.
Which I'm really hating because she gives me so much life when she's a heel. Yeah, she giving me life as a heel.
Britt is becoming so. You remember, maybe you don't, but Shawn in 94, 95, when he was a heel, but you just fucking loved him.
Yeah.
Sasha fucking loved him, but he was a bastard, or she was a bastard.
Mm-hmm.
It's becoming that situation with Britt.
Yep.
So you don't want to pull the trigger too quick and turn her, but it's looking like it's going that way, especially after the hug with Tony. They did that on purpose in front of the crowd.
Because she's slowly turning.
I think so.
Guilty.
The beautiful thing is, it's not a forced turn because the crowd is turning with her, but she does not need to be the Sasha Banks babyface.
Yep.
Because Sasha Banks as a babyface is garbage.
Trash.
She can look her ass off.
Garbage. Yes. Garbage. Because she's a bitch in real life. I mean, not derogatory.
Yeah.
But she is, and she's awesome with that. But
Dylan, I'd love to see her in the tweener role, but I mean, honestly, nowadays there's not really much of a tweener. You're either a heel or
the last good tweener we seen was Stone Cold.
Yeah,
in my eyes.
Why not Chris Jericho?
Chris Jericho was always he was always a heel or a face, dude.
No,
I've never seen Jericho.
I think good majority of his career, he was a tweener.
Nah,
he never had some serious heat, and he never really.
Bullshit.
He could do both.
I think that running.
Look at his debut. Look at his debut.
Yeah, because everybody. I mean, like Chicago,
he was heel.
He was a heel, but they cheered him when he came out.
I can agree with that. I think he did. I would disagree though that he had.
And he had it with The Rock
when he worked Shawn. I think because his character was so smarmy and he was just a bastard when he first put on the suit and shit. Yeah, that was probably the closest we got to a legitimate heel Jericho.
And the list.
Yeah, the list was so
everybody liked the list, but he was a heel.
Yeah,
I love those promos between him and Shawn. Oh my!
His whole AEW run you could call him a tweener, I guess, because he was supposed to be a heel. But
the Inner Circle was a heel faction, and then it turns out that they became a face faction. But Jericho still being a tweener as the leader of the Inner Circle, as the Pinnacle is the heel stable.
Yeah.
When some people started singing his
personally,
song,
it was over for him as a heel when people started singing Judas.
His own song.
Yeah.
That song became high, especially the choir sang that song. That shit was hot.
Dylan there says Moxley going to turn on Kingston soon. That's very interesting to me.
Why?
A heel John Moxley with a little.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because Moxley's been missing an edge ever since he came into AEW. If you want to use that name, that's my biggest knock on Ambrose in AEW. If you want to use that Moxley name, I need you to have an edge. And he doesn't have one right now.
I think he should turn.
I think they pretty much lost it with that death match.
Nah, he lost it before that death match.
He still feels.
I mean, that's just like solidifying.
Yeah, he still feels like Dean
smooth
Ambrose.
around the edges.
John May,
I still feel like I'm looking at Dean.
Sammy Guevara should have been in the Chris Jericho spot.
He should have been faced.
He's hugging his girl in the crowd.
Sammy Guevara should have been in the Jericho spot at the end of Blood and Guts, and I'll explain why.
And the amount of heat that he had for the shit that he did, and now, look at him now.
Yeah,
man, that motherfucker is over right now, man.
Sammy is a guy we're gonna look back on and be like, "Holy shit, that motherfucker was one of the goats."
Yeah, he's one of my favorite right now.
Yeah,
his in-ring work is amazing.
Cold, yeah, he is cold, dude.
He definitely gets overlooked a lot. I'm not gonna lie, but I fucks with Sammy big.
I'll be honest. I think Sammy's more over than Jericho right now.
I won't disagree with that.
To help new stars get over, Jericho is in the process of doing that so he can get him over.
I think I believe that.
So what Jericho is doing is what they should have been doing with new stars in WWE, but
here's what they better not do though, because I'll say this much. I'm getting tired of Orange Cassidy. After everything Jericho did for him, I'm getting really tired of Orange Cassidy.
How you gonna get
hence
tired
why
of
he had
Orange
his title
Cassidy?
match and it's done and over with.
I gotta agree with Mark, man.
That is the most
Mike,
over man.
I'm thinking of Mark Henry right now because I want to talk about.
He's wrong for that.
No, shit.
Old age again.
Orange Cassidy is one of the most over stars in the company, and
man, that's just ridiculous, man.
He's over, but he's becoming Matt Riddle to me.
I wouldn't
Riddle.
say that.
Just Riddle.
Matt Riddle.
You
think who's becoming Matt Riddle?
Orange.
He said Orange Cassidy is becoming Matt Riddle. I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't. Yeah,
he's got more James Dean compared to Riddle's got RVD.
Very true.
And Spicoli.
Yeah. And I mean, once again, I fuck with the Orange Cassidy character, but it's to the point where I need more. The Orange Cassidy
that type of shit's not going to go over in WWE.
I would say in time because I know that there's a deeper side to him.
The type of shit that Cassidy's doing right now would only go over in NXT.
Yeah.
If he was on WWE doing the same gimmick, it would only get over in NXT. You do that shit on the main roster, that's not.
Can you imagine Vince McMahon with Orange Cassidy? Good God, that conversation.
That conversation.
God damn it, pal! Why can't you take your hands out your fucking pockets
and those glasses?
Who the hell do you think you are? Take them
shit. Get your hands out your fucking pockets.
God.
Your ass.
He's part of the 24/7 title crew.
Antonio, I completely agree. At his current pace and where we are with Orange, how much longevity does he have as a top
Not long.
Not
Not
very
long.
long.
I don't
this
think
loss and this loss didn't help him. So
No, it really didn't.
would him winning done anything for him?
If you would have struck
maybe
now, we could
for
have
a little
potentially
bit.
saved it.
If he
but
won,
why would
maybe
you
for a
take the
little
title
bit.
off McKinney to give it to Orange.
He'd have to have a
Exactly.
big win in order to get back to the title, to have a title match again and actually go
Right.
over. So
Right.
you
I
would
think-
see Orange Cassidy versus Jungle Boy for the AEW World Title.
I think honestly, the whole thing with Orange Cassidy going for that title, I think it was too soon.
But who's more over, Jungle Boy or Orange Cassidy?
Jungle
Exactly.
Boy.
But
I
Orange
wouldn't-
Cassidy,
I think
has
they're
the-
about-
Jungle Boy.
I think they're about.
Jungle
I'm
Boy's
giving
up
Orange
here,
the
bro.
edge, though. I don't think it's that far, but Jungle Boy's doing
Yeah.
this, Orange is doing this.
Yeah. I'll agree with that.
His stock is slowly going as
Yeah.
Jungle
Okay.
Boy's going up.
Antonio, I hope you're not comparing Randy Orton to Sammy. I hope that's not the
What?
Randy you're comparison.
Sammy would have taken probably 30 RKO's by now.
Yeah. The thing is, Sammy is so much different of a talent than Randy.
But can you picture an RKO with Sammy's splash? That would be some good shit if they could pull that.
You mean
off.
like Seidel did?
It'll be way better than that.
You
Shooting
can't get any
star
better than
RKO.
that.
Dude. With Sammy doing his, bruh.
With the shooting star,
doesn't he do like a 450,
shooting star press?
A 450. I could.
He'd
be
have
wrong.
to time it perfect.
I mean, they timed the freaking shooting star press perfect.
He said 30 RKOs and 50 punts.
And sent back to AEW.
I will say
Yes,
this,
man.
though. I'm going to give Randall a little bit of credit on this
Randall
podcast.
Keith
And say
Orton,
that
bro.
I enjoy the fact that he's kind of taking the Jericho role on. He's taking,
Yeah.
even though I can't stand Riddle
So he
at this
doesn't end
point,
up getting let
he's
go out of that
trying
10-year
his best
contract.
to get Riddle over.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. They can do a lot of good shit with this RK Bro shit.
Real good shit.
Real good shit, pal.
Real good shit.
Randy, I
Oh,
think,
you
can
gotta
add some
believe it.
legitimacy to Riddle. And if he can just get him to calm the Riddle character down just a little bit.
And that's what I see. Randy's like that big brother, like, dude, can you calm the fuck down, please? And Riddle's like, bro, I don't want to. What do you mean calm down, bro?
I'm
Like,
mad at you making that voice.
They can
Mad
do,
at you, big
bro,
brother.
with that team, they could do good things. I'm telling you.
Wow.
Christopher, I completely
Wow.
agree with you, though. That's where
Come
I
on,
see Jungle
man.
Boy, though, if they switch this title here in two weeks.
Title, he would have been a transitional champion. Yep.
That's where I
Yeah.
see Jungle Boy, though, if they switch it
Yeah,
in 2 weeks.
unfortunately, yeah. If Jungle wins it in 2 weeks, he's a transitional. Unfortunately,
Hey,
Because Kenny Omega would still have the AEW or not AEW, TNA and whatever other titles that he's got.
And
he's
that's
like the
fine, like,
fucking
he
he's like
Triple
the
A.
Thanos of fucking wrestling right now with the fucking
All
with the
12
six.
of them goddamn.
all
The
fucking
motherfuckers
six.
out there
yeah.
looking like the Ultimo Dragon with all these goddamn titles. I don't know if you guys remember that old picture of Ultimo Dragon with like 20 fucking
I seen it.
belts.
I seen it. Yep.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Antonio.
No.
That's interesting.
Nah, Jericho. No, Cody Rhodes is in the Triple H role right now.
Yes,
not
yes,
Jericho.
Cody Rhodes is on a
Rhodes
goddamn
is
reign.
fucking
Cody-
People
on a-
talk about Triple H
really-
and his
he's on a
show.
golden
Goddamn
shovel
Cody.
burial.
that
run
man
right
is
now.
really making my ass itch right now. I'm just like,
You need to
dude,
go wash it then.
Well, damn.
dog.
Like, I
wet
saw
wipes,
this
pal.
meme over
Like, you
the
need to
weekend.
wash your face.
You need
Yes.
some wet
His
wipes.
face is
Yeah.
clean. I don't know what you're talking about.
I saw this
No.
meme over the
It's
weekend.
about time. Shit.
It was
you
a
have-
picture of how Cody sees himself, and of course, it showed Dusty, and then it said how we see Cody. And it was
Dressing up
Jeff
like
Jarrett.
Sting.
So
the 80s?
fucking true.
Yep.
Cody
telling
is
you.
the second coming of Jeff Jarrett in TNA.
Ugh.
The only difference is he has not put the title on himself yet.
Not yet.
Yeah,
Yet.
I mean, Jeff Jarrett.
He'll
was
interfere in
so-
Jungle Boy's match.
Jeff Jarrett
Oh,
was
man.
so overrated.
God damn,
Like,
don't
it's
put
just-
that on me. Because now I can see that happening.
The only thing
Now
but
you can't unthink that.
But technically he did though, Mike, because when he was the TNT champ, wasn't he the main event?
True.
Ooh.
He doesn't have to be the world champ because whatever he's involved in.
Maybe he's the reason that Jungle Boy wins the title, so that way Cody can have a match with him.
And beat him.
Yeah. The way Cody is set up is whatever he's involved in is going to be
time to play the dream.
Cody's to the point where Cody needs to turn heel. Or else people are going to start booing Cody. What the fuck? Oh.
What?
Damn. I'm about to go get 4.
Somebody put that there.
I'm about to go get 4 of them things, bro.
Somebody must have put that
$3 clearance.
You know, I make the comparison and laugh about how Cody's like Jeff Jarrett, but really,
does that come with a Cody Rhodes
action figure? Because let's be honest, how many times did Dusty put himself over?
Because he was also the booker too, wasn't
he? Yeah.
Listen here, baby.
I'm gonna win tonight.
I got to get over.
I got you.
If you will, baby, I'm gonna get over tonight.
Let me win right now because off of my left.
You want to talk about hard times, baby? I haven't won in 2 minutes, baby.
This motherfucker's wife gonna tweet out that fucking Cody's promo was the modern day hard times promo. Like, bitch, you don't get to make that choice.
Cody really probably told her all right on post that.
Tell people, hey, look, I'm the Kuta Kinte in this situation, dude.
Oh my god.
You chop up my fucking food, I'm still black.
Wait, he dined with kings and queens and ate pork and beans or something like that.
I'm late as
pork and beans and chitlins.
Chitlins, baby, if you will. Fried hard, if you will. Wait. Hold on. Since we're doing a Dusty impersonation, I might be late. Where's Mach?
Who?
Mach, Macho Man.
Oh, don't ask about that person.
Miss Elizabeth got him tied down again, don't she?
Yeah. He
walking back up the stairs to heaven.
He up in heaven and he kind of tied up right now to some pool.
Oh no.
God damn.
Oh no.
Anyway.
But anyway, everybody, it's 11:23. We're about to wrap it up. So if we hear some more info on like these releases, if it's as big as it was today, there's a possibility we might do a part 2 before Sunday. So I'm just letting you guys know.
I got
any other final thoughts before we adjourn?
And sent.
Did you press send on a tweet?
Wow, this is really fucked up. So this is what was sent to me.
Hold on.
When your new feud gets scrapped and you have to face Apollo Crews for another 3 more months.
I mean, is he lying? I mean, like, bro, like, is he lying though?
I mean, at least he still has a job.
No, fuck that shit. I'm like, number one, nigga, I'm not gonna have another nigga like hit me in my fucking face with a fucking boot. Are you serious?
Real quick, CB, Chris, go once we go off air. Go back and watch the beginning. Our boy Matt, our boy Mike. I'm calling him Matt now.
What the fuck? His name?
Mark Matt.
I think I'm getting tired. I'm so sorry.
I think you are.
Mike. He had a good prediction of what he sees could possibly happen in the near future. It's definitely something to listen to when we go off. For you to go back and listen to it. Because it's very interesting and it makes sense.
Silence.
If it happened, fuck the people who got fired and their kids. Fuck them kids.
Oh.
Sorry, I had that.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
These got
heels for life. This ain't hashtag baby faces for life now.
You damn right.
Hey, you know what? Facts, bro. Facts.
Baby face right here.
We keep it trail.
We got baby face right here.
Yeah.
A little baby face right there.
I know,
baby
right?
Face turn.
Can you
looking like an infant's dirty bottom? Yeah.
Wow. And there's the shit, right?
Oh man.
I ain't even say all
damn.
that. See? But yeah, everybody. So, Mike, where can they find
Mike
you,
Lesnar.
sir? Mike
Hey,
Lesnar.
just search out Podcast Network 49 on Facebook, YouTube, all that good stuff. And yeah, you can find everything we got.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming on here. And everybody, remember down below where you can listen to our podcast on all the streaming sites. If you want to find all of the buttons or whatever, just go to my page and it's just right there. It's pinned right there. You can't miss it.
Yo, hit them up with a 5-star review on iTunes.
Yes,
please,
iTunes,
please.
Yes. We are currently right now 104 in the United States right now. I don't know if it's going to go up or go down. I'm not too sure, but yes, thank you. Thank you so much for all of you guys. Give us a 5-star review. We will see you guys later. Until that time, I am your host, Mr. Team Brigade.
Nappy boy.
Kid USA.
I'm just trying to get some comments in right quick. I'm Ziggy the Beast, the co-host / producer. I'm,
the man behind the scenes.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just go ahead and exit. My bad, dog. Ziggy the Beast.
Mike.
I'm gonna just be a heel next
Mark,
time.
Matt, Mike.
When y'all motherfuckers keep trying to talk over me, I'm gonna get my points in next time. Heel Zig next episode.
Oh, heel Zig. Bum, bum, bum.
I'll hold my comments off.
Bye.
Later, y'all.